Danny brought this up. Let me ask you this question, because this is actually going for you, because you've been around. So she said this to me. She said, Andrew, I think you're going to get married to another content creator. And I'm like, absolutely not. What would you say about a content creator dating another content creator?
It's a mess. Here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, for your own, like realizing Lady Raggeds has a YouTube channel. I think she's uploaded 4 total videos to it.
That is really different.
We're talking way different things here. There's a disparity in what has occurred between us and what I'm going to say. If you marry or even enter into a relationship with someone with a comparable social footprint, you are taking on far more risk than the average marriage, and it's not even fucking close. Because not only then is your relationship in a weird status, right, where you've got like let's be honest about this, right? Like, you know,
puts it out there. It puts it out there, right?
That's one thing, but you know this, I know this. There is a parasocial element to online communities, right? Like, we engage our audiences, and how we engage our audiences can produce whatever, and then how the potential other person engages their audience can produce whatever too. So it depends heavily on what kind of audience and what kind of content they're creating. But if you're like gonna marry or like date an OnlyFans chick, like, that parasocial dynamic is very different than if you're gonna date someone who's a Twitter Spaces content creator or something. And it goes, you know, it spans a whole spectrum. So one, you've got that issue of the competing parasocial dynamics. And that's something that, like, and as a content creator, like, you have to navigate these things within a relationship. You come to various understandings about like how you interact and what those interactions mean. That's all fine.
Yep.
But going into that with someone who's got that existing thing is way different than building it from the ground up. So that's one issue. The other issue that you've got is, in the event where anything goes wrong.
This is what I said. This is exactly what I said.
Not only do they destroy the relationship, they destroy your business, and you get into a fight with communities over the business aspect of it based on bad feelings and probably misrepresentations from the other person about what happened. That's the real danger of entering into a social media relationship. I would not, there's no, like, look,
if you were single, right? Like, single rackets, right?
Single rackets is not going to lie. There's some really hot content creators
for sure
that I have encountered.
All sorts of platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
That I know, that I've encountered or whatever. They're really hot. They're really cool. And like, in some abstract theory, sure, like, it would be like they could be a fun person. Dating them, marrying them would be an abject fucking nightmare, and is nothing but downside risk. Nothing. Yep. Because there are people just as hot and just as cool as them who are not on social media, and it's well worth the effort to find someone off of it. If you are on social media and that's your business, do fucking not find another content creator to date. Oh my God, you're setting yourself up for a war that you will not, you'll lose.
I think it's exactly what you said. Find somebody who's not just not on social media, but it's like really not on. Like, they really don't care for it. They really don't like it, because it adds that balance, right? Like, you are, they're not, right? But I mean, why wouldn't they grift off it when you break up? That's the number one thing. Of course they're going to grift on it. It's the grift, right? It's perfect. Everybody needs that arc. It's the drama arc. It's
and you'd have to grift it too, and you'd feel like a piece of shit doing it. But the second that they do it, you got to do it. And then it's a war. And then you split audiences. And it comes down to the ultimate drama thing anyway, which is why, like, I try to generally avoid drama and blood sports. Is like, it splits audiences. It makes bad feelings. It does all of these things that do not have a net positive for your community. It has a net negative in the long run. And that's the disaster you're asking for with a social media relationship. No, dear Christ, you want to find someone who has nothing to do with social media, like at all. And they can again, Lady Raggeds has her YouTube channel. And if she ever
After
decides
you were
to,
married, after you were this, like, and
yeah,
it's ancillary. It's
and
not
if
something major.
if she ever decides to upload, I don't know if she ever will, but if she ever decides to upload another video, great, wonderful. I'm not worried about that being a fight between us ever. Like that's not on my concern list. But if you like enter into a relationship, someone like, oh, 200,000, 300,000 subscribers, like Jesus Christ, set yourself up for disaster, especially as a man. You're going to lose that social media fight, by the way.
You're going to get destroyed every single time.
Because the guys in your chat will simp for the single woman. Like that's the other trick. They will turn on you in a fucking heartbeat, no matter how cool and loyal and whatever they are. There's a single woman that you have fucked with, their biological conditioning.
And now she's single, and they think that their DM, that their comment is going to be, they're going to go through, and that single girl's like, I'm so hurt. Nick Rekieta broke my heart. But Baldo 6969 said that he supports me and he thinks Nick is horrible and I'm a queen. So I'm going to bang him. I'm going to go find out who he is and bang him. Said no woman ever.
And they won't say that. They won't say that, but Baldo 69 or whatever will believe it automatically because it's not even his fault. His DNA is programming him to move in. And that's the real danger of social media and social media relationships. And that's why, like, you have to be extremely fucking careful. And yeah, you should never have, like, in my opinion, you should stay away from like these independent towers of social media. You do not want that fight. You do not want the parasocial thing being a fight. You don't want any of that stuff at all. That's why I love when Lady Raggets is hanging out and participating like with my community, because like everything I do is in the community and visible and obviously public. So it's like, there's not a risk, there's not misunderstanding, there's nothing going on. But when you have these two like independent towers, right? And each person is coming into it with this pre-established thing, you can see some real fucking problems show up right away. Poor Danny. She's so cute. She's so new to the internet.
No. It was like, bless your heart. That is so ridiculous. Like, I think that you're thinking about it like she was thinking about it from oh, you'll have similar schedules and this, that. I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
Here's what happens. That female content creator has her simp army. You've got your simp army, right? Smaller and it's less powerful, and they will betray you, right? But
like fucking destroyed in a moment.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucking wrecked. But hold on, though.
Especially if she gets a tits out, you're fucking done. You're over.
Yep.
Rocky 3, you're dying in the ring. Poor Apollo Creed.
Because even when you're dating, right? Let's say you're independent, you start dating, right? Some of the guys over there that are simping for her are gonna hate you from the jump. They're looking for every single reason to nuke you, to create drama, and like they're gonna try to do that from the jump. So why fight that? Like, why deal with somebody who has that when there's literally millions of people, billions of people that don't have that issue? Just go over there,
If you're a content creator, like a serious content creator, and you have any level of success, hooking up with another content creator is not a force multiplier that is worth the risk, because you make enough money. Very, very, like, if you do it professionally, you do it full time, and you try, and you get the blessing of the algorithm gods or whatever that get you into the good graces. If you're able to do it as a profession, you don't need the other person. You will quickly get to replacement income for a full-time job. And just like a full-time job, like if I was a lawyer, I wouldn't want to date another lawyer. That would be
that's what people say to that's the whole power couple. Oh, Nick, it's a power couple,
No, I don't want a power couple.
Lawyer,
I want
doctor, lawyer, accountant, lawyer, engineer, like they want you to be the power couple.
I want to turn off my brain when I come home. I don't want to do work. at home. And that's true with social media and any other profession. You don't want that same professional overlap because then you never escape it ever. And I love social media. I spend a shitload of time on locals and stuff like that whenever I can. When I'm not there is my Zen time. And when it gets interrupted, like if I have to deal with a moderation issue or some sort of drama thing, I'm always like, God fucking damn it. Like now when I'm out, when I'm at dinner, when I'm doing this thing, when I'm out shopping, when I'm just relaxing with my family, when I'm at the beach, like now I have to deal with this. It becomes this massive burden. At any other time of the day, it's just fine. But but when you get to step away, and so I would never want a partner that makes me step away.